When I watched my timeline this week, it was like watching a soap opera or like watching like this really shitty TV show that you know is gonna be bad, but you can't turn away from it. Like seeing Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club, which gave them one of their best interviews ever, act like a complete fool and a clown really fucked me up because that was somebody that was an icon in music. Sad to see. Or the fact that we have R&B singers losing jobs to AI already. It's 2025. Andrew Yang was right. Automation will take over the world. But to see something like that and then people be mad at the singers being mad, well, I guess that's just life. And then we finally had somebody like Cardi B who dropped her sophomore album. Finally, we had waited 8 years for this. And she went platinum the very first day off of 2 songs that were already hits to begin with. This week on the timeline has been very interesting, and I'm going to talk about it.
The STEM Society.
What's going on, people? My name is Cole Jackson. This is the STEM Society. Welcome back. This is episode 121. We're live. Thank you for joining me. Before I get into anything, let me just tell you guys, I need you to subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing here. I'm always going to give you guys some album reviews. I'm going to give you guys current news updates. I'm going to rant and rave about what's going on the timeline. If you enjoy that kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and help it grow. It would mean a whole lot to me. I'm a content creator living in London, and I'm trying to cover both sides of the water. I'm trying to cover US stuff and UK stuff. My UK coverage is not as good as it needs to be, but I'm working on it. But if you guys are from either side of the pond, please take a chance and invest in me by giving me a subscription. So I wanted to start off this episode getting into Dame Dash and what I seen on the Breakfast Club because it was nasty. That was probably one of the craziest, best interviews I've seen on the Breakfast Club in a long time. Now, for all you who don't know, Dame Dash was formerly the CEO of Rockefeller Records. He was one of the people who helped jumpstart Jay-Z's career. He has been a man that has been an entrepreneur for as long as I've been able to see him on the TV. This interview that he had on the Breakfast Club was very suspicious to me because it came off as like they wanted to make him look stupid. Now, he did a pretty good job on his own to make himself look bad.
Do you know how many times Donald Trump filed?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah. So then why
But
is it?
But he's known as a terrible businessman. But no, he's not.
He's the president.
But if you worked here, you would.
I would never work here. I would
$20
only
million in debt.
What you talking about? I'm not in debt. Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm not in debt at all now. What are you talking about?
Oh, you paid it all off?
When you have this bankruptcy, I have a book there with Simon Schuster.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And the title of the book, I secured the rights for TV and all that. You know what the name of the book is?
What's the name of it?
Power. Not him, anybody. How could you listen?
You said
wait, time out, stop for a second.
480 million.
That you call a billionaire. I said
You said a billionaire.
billionaires don't get loans. They have credit lines.
So why you don't get a credit line?
Stupid.
I don't believe you.
Because you're dumb. How would you know? You're in this coffin every day, Count Dumbula.
I want to wear your suit in my coffin.
But I'm talking to you about.
Dame has been a person that I have looked at for a long time as far as like inspiration to be a part of the music industry. Like not to be like a label exec or anything like that, but just to be able to walk in the rooms and just throw my dick on the table and tell people what to do. Like he's just been one of those people that has been a radical or a rebel when it came to typical industry standard music industry shit. It's sad to see Dame like this. I ain't gonna hold it. Dame looks like a complete nutcase, and he looks like he's not doing it for the love anymore. It looks like he's doing it to be viral. And that's just my take on it. It looks like he's trying to go viral. He's trying to keep his name circulating in the streets. And this whole Breakfast Club interview just made it look even worse. It just looked like he was clout chasing. And I'll be honest with you. For you to be an OG, you shouldn't be clout chasing no more. That should be out of your system. You've gone to the mountaintop. You've been a millionaire. You probably still are a millionaire. And the type of antics that was going on the Breakfast Club it just looked sad, bro. It looked like he was down bad. You know, you're one of the people who I remember talking about being a boss, owning your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting in your own money. But now you're talking about bankruptcy. You're talking about being the chairman of Revolt.
I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman of Revolt.
I got you.
First and foremost, let me just side note: how is it a flex? What is on Revolt right now that you want to see? What programming do any of us go to Revolt to watch? I'll wait. That's not a flex to me. And then you took it to an extreme to make a fake. Well, not fake. He got to talk to some people from Vibe magazine, which I don't know who's reading that now, to build the story up when the story was only one-sided. It only came from his camp and not Revolt's camp. Dame did a lot of things to make himself look real bad. And for people who are a generation under me, maybe even 2 generations under me now, look at him as like the old man who does corny shit instead of looking at him as a legacy, somebody who has legacy in the hip hop game, somebody who helped make us understand what being independent means. You look crazy out here right now, bro. You look wild as fuck. But that's not all his fault. When you look at this whole situation or the whole interview, I really felt like Charlamagne and Envy was being very personal with this. They wanted to make him look real stupid. And Charlamagne actually went back to the old Charlamagne, the Charlamagne who actually used to be hilarious instead of mental health Charlamagne, which was funny to me. I don't know if Dame just pulled that out of him or he just wanted to go that far with this interview, but it looked personal. It looked like they were jumping on him. It looked like they wanted to discredit everything that man had ever said or done. And I didn't like that either. Nobody looks good in this whole thing. The Breakfast Club don't look good. Dame don't look good. Hip hop in general doesn't look good. That's just the truth. And I know it's funny. Take a laugh. But to me, Dame Dash has been a person who has legacy, who has history in the music business, that's doing some things that no one else has ever done. And to sit up here and see him act the way he act and the Breakfast Club treat him the way that they treated him, it's, I don't know. For our amusement, I guess it's okay, but like, when does this stop? Because hip hop these days, especially these platforms, we talk shit about niggas like academics doing wild ass shit, but we got the OGs doing the same shit. So where does it stop? He looked crazy, but they had a big hand in making him look crazy too. And to make him seem like he was such a nut job, to even go as far as try to discredit the CEO thing, the chairman thing, the bankrupt. I mean, they went into demands, made sure they found out the stuff about his bankruptcy, and they made sure they announced it the very next day. And they made sure they put emphasis on, yeah, this dude's crazy. Like, it just goes against what I believe the Breakfast Club is there for now, which is upliftment, which is educate, which is teaching us to like love each other as black people. Like, it just goes against all of that shit. Dame is Dame. He's been wilding on the internet for the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years. But the Breakfast Club doing what they're doing, it just didn't make it any better for me. It was a good laugh at the time, but when they went as far as they went the next day to discredit this man and some of the stuff he was saying and made it an emphasis of their morning routine, I wasn't feeling it. And then we have the whole thing with him and Cameron. Right now, he's suing Cameron for $300 million for defamation. That ain't gangster, my man. That ain't gangster. But the thing about these two OGs right now is they both look kind of silly, bro. Like these old stories about Big L or selling drugs or the way that they were doing things and how they trying to make each other look bad on the internet just ain't cool to me, because both of them have legacies from the past in hip hop that are legendary. To me, I remember growing up with Dipset. I remember listening to a lot of Cameron music. Cameron was my guy. But the way he's going at Dame and the way they're handling this whole thing, it's silly, bro. these two shouldn't be going back and forth with each other like that. Y'all built a lot of shit in hip hop that we respect. And to see two of y'all go back and forth like this, and then it ends up in a $300 million defamation lawsuit, which is clearly, in my opinion, a cash grab or an attention getter, whichever one you want to call it, it's mad to me. It's crazy. And I know Dame said a lot of crazy shit about Cameron, and Cameron said a lot of crazy shit about Dame. But at the end of the day, what are y'all teaching us? Y'all teaching us that we can be cool with each other until somebody says something bad to somebody else? It's cool to be able to go back and forth on the internet. I thought that shit was lame to y'all. I'm just asking. Y'all the OGs, y'all sit up here and tell us what's lame. So is it for an algorithm spike? Is it for virality? Y'all want to go viral all the time? Like, what is this whole thing for? It just looks a type of way. Y'all can't say one thing and then sit up here and do something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the OGs, right? You're the one that's teaching us how to be better people. You're the ones that's supposed to teach us how to get money, right? That's the thing that really pisses me off about all of it. Like, you're willing to flush your legacy down the toilet to be viral. That means nothing to nobody. How are these people going to understand the real history behind Rockefeller Records or behind Cameron being one of the best rappers of that era? Or how Dame Dash was one of the best label execs out that was doing shit that nobody else was doing. The back and forth with y'all two just looks silly and it's stupid. I don't know. I'm just asking for better for both of these guys. Because at the end of the day, a lot of us looked up to y'all. And to see this shit end the way it's ending now, or how it's going down in a lawsuit of all things. The niggas who keep talking about how gangster it was to do this, or, you know, how scrambling on the block, or I would never turn my back on my brother, or all this other shit, is ending up in a $300 million defamation lawsuit. Y'all just prove that a lot of this shit that y'all was talking about, this street shit, is bullshit. There's no code anymore. Y'all don't respect anything between each other. And maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know. What do you think? Do y'all think that this whole thing between Dame Dash and Cameron should continue to go forward? Do you think I'm bugging? Does Dame look like a complete fool? Let me know. I was on my timeline earlier this week, and I seen Kehlani drop this video.
There is an AI R&B artist who just signed a multi-million-dollar deal and has a top 5 R&B album. And the person is doing none of the work. I think you guys think that AI can just be the cover for something, which some people can use. They can make an AI cover. AI can also make the entire song. It can sing the entire song. It can make the entire beat. You can have a song that's one type of song and say, AI, make this into a country song. And it'll literally rewrite, re-sing in a country voice and redo the entire thing. And they don't have to credit anyone. This is so beyond out of our control. And nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me. Especially not AI in the creative arts, in which people have worked hard for, trained for, slept on the floor for, and got injuries for, worked for their entire lives. I'm sorry. I don't respect it.
So the singer that she's talking about is named Xania Monet. I don't know if I can say she's got a name or not because she's AI. But Xania Monet just signed a multi-million-dollar deal, $3 million if I'm not mistaken. And it's with Hallwood Media, and it's ran by an ex-Interscope exec by the name of Neil Jacobson.
Hi, you guys. I just want to take a moment to say thank you. The love, the support, the videos, the feedback, it truly means so much to me. I'm at a loss for words, but I want you to know we're on this healing journey together. I dropped an EP a few days ago called Pieces Left Behind. 7 new tracks just for y'all. So if you haven't already, check it out on all platforms.
Now, the writer behind all of this is a poet by the name of Talisha Jones. She's out of Mississippi. She is the driving force behind this AI. There were some major labels that wanted to sign, but ended up backing away when they found out that Talisha uses Suno AI to generate the music. Now, for a lot of you who don't know, major record labels are claiming that the company is illegally using massive amounts of copyrighted music to fuel or make their AI move. Like, they are feeding copyrighted music to make the AI smarter so it can make better copies of what real music is. I know that sounded very confusing, but that's what I got from it. Basically, what Timbaland was doing when he was doing these lives and taking people's music and claiming he was he was fucking with it when really he was just teaching his AI how to do the same thing. That's basically what's going on here with Suno. Now, the deal seems to be something where Talisha is saying that she owns her masters and the compositions. And because of her being the significant part of the AI, which is her being the writer, she's good to go. Like, the music creation is good. Like, there shouldn't be a problem here. She feels like it shouldn't be an issue. I'm the human that's writing the stuff, so you guys shouldn't be mad about it. Is this worth it? Like, I see what the play is here. The labels want full control over music. They want to be able to get away. A $3 million deal is not that big of a deal when you think about the record industry. It's not a huge deal. And for this woman to be able to be okay with what's going on, terrible. I don't like it. I think it's fucked up. I think we're hurting the industry when this stuff like this happens. And the more that AI infiltrates into the music industry, the more people are going to lose jobs, the more we're going to have less music that actually is palatable. Like, we already complaining that music don't have a soul. We complain about the TikTok music. We complain about everything. But if this is acceptable, what's going to happen to music in general? Because you can be replaced too. Don't get it fucked up. It can happen to the best of singers. Now, I haven't listened to Xania Monet or any of her music because I don't want to give her any kind of stream. I don't want to invest in something like this. So I don't know what she sounds like. And maybe I should go on Twitter and see what it is. But I'm not really cool with any of this going on because no matter what happens, we should all want to have music to have a soul. We should all want the writers to be able to write and get paid for what they're doing. We should want singers to be able to get their opportunity to shine in the spotlight. And this is doing the complete opposite of that. See, what labels don't want to tell you is they don't like you to talk back. They don't want to hear you say shit. They want you to shut the fuck up, sing the song the way you're supposed to sing it, and be done with it. And you're supposed to sit there and take it. Also, they're going to take the bigger percentage of what your money is that you're earning off of your music. See, that's the thing that people don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about how much control the label want over the artist. And AI is perfect for them to be able to do that. See, the music industry is greedy and it's evil. And it's a lot of people that don't want you to shine. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is just the beginning. If the labels have their way, if people like Timbaland have their way, we're going to move into a place where music is going to be so disposable that we're never going to enjoy it anymore. And we're just going to be listening to the old school shit from the 90s. I hate the fact that we're going into this with arms wide open because it's easier. Now, there are a lot of people who are kicking or who are going against this. SZA made a post, which, thank God for SZA. And there's a lot of other musicians who are moving forward saying this should be stopped. I 100% agree with it. I'm going to stand 10 toes on it. This should not be a thing. We should not be having AI take over music. We should not have AI singers being able to do whatever they want to do. We should be trying to do more writing camps. We should try to put music back into schools. We should be able to give programs to people who really want to be in music. We're going to be missing out on the real reason music is created is to tell us your emotions or tell us about what you've gone through in your life. Like, music is here to tell stories. Music has always been here to tell stories. Music has always been something to let us know how somebody lived their life and how they're moving forward in their entire career or in their entire life later on. And now we're getting to the point where AI is going to take over and just give us who knows what it's going to give us. And it might sound good to y'all, but is it really something that you want to hear? That's my biggest thing. I don't know if I'm just sounding like the old man shaking his hand at the cloud, but I don't want to hear AI music for the rest of my life. I actually want to hear somebody get on a microphone, perform in front of me, and I'm willing to pay to go see shows like that. I'm not an advocate of AI over real singers. Like, you're just never going to be able to convince me that that's the way we should be going to music. Finally, in the news, Cardi went platinum her first day with Am I the Drama, her sophomore album. Platinum. I'm not going to congratulate that because I'll just read you what Brian Zisuk said. A reminder to all, this certification was possible due to historical sales. Up and WAP, 2 previous singles, were added as tracks to the album. I have been overly critical about this rollout. I have been overly critical about this album. I will be dropping my review on Wednesday. Make sure you guys come back on Wednesday to hear what I have to say about Cardi B's Am I the Drama, because I got a lot of flack on some things that I said. All I'm going to say is this. The album got a hell of a rollout. I think the album did as well as it was supposed to do because people love Cardi B. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. People love Cardi. People love her personality. People love how real she is, so on and so forth. But let's not fall for any of the bullshit that these labels are pushing out to us by saying, oh, it went platinum first day, so it must be good. I got a ton of flack here on social media recently because of me ranting about people listening to the album once, and it was an hour, and it was already rave reviews about how great this album is, and it was only out, the album had dropped, it wasn't even out an hour yet, and people were just like, this is great, or this is fire. No, people aren't listening to the music, they're falling for bullshit like this. They're falling for platinum first day bullshit. Stop. If you do music content creation, don't you owe it to your supporters to actually sit down and listen to the album and actually give it a fair, like, you have to listen to it multiple times. I don't care what anybody says. I've been listening to music for a very long time. I've been in this game for a minute. And I cannot listen to an album one time and give it a fair review. I just don't think that's possible. But when you see all of these parlor tricks like platinum first day, or you see that the video doing this numbers and all this other shit, y'all fall for it every time. I'm here to tell you that when you celebrate bullshit like this, you're celebrating the label, tricking you into thinking this is something that's good. Now, again, I still have to listen to this album one or two more times before I actually give you an honest review about it. But I can tell you right now, the shit that people are saying online about this album being 10 out of 10 is bullshit. It's not that great. It's good, but it ain't that great. And I think we should start calling labels out. We should start calling the labels out for doing this, these shitty ass tactics to make y'all go out and stream it more. So I don't know. I'm not really a numbers person. I hate to go off of the sales. I don't like to go off of when they advertise this type of stuff. I like to go off of what the music sounds like. And to me, spoiler alert, it's not a classic album. Sorry, it's just not a classic. And I don't know in what world it's a 10 out of 10, but it's not one in my book. But we'll get to that when the review comes out. But I brought that up just to say, stop falling for the parlor tricks that these labels are doing to y'all, because it's fucking ridiculous, the shit that they're showing us. It's not real. The shit is very much fake. It's really there to amp up the album more and make you go stream it more, because when you see it went platinum first day, you're like, I really got to hear it now if it went platinum first day. It's bullshit. Up and WAP are the biggest reasons why it went platinum first day. The true numbers will come out on Monday, and you guys will be pretty surprised what she did. I'm already claiming that she's going to do 140 first week. And I hate claiming shit like that or calling it, but she's going to do 140 first week. That platinum first day shit, bullshit. Stop falling for the parlor tricks. That's all I got for this week. Make sure you guys check me out on Wednesday when I give you my full review on Am I the Drama? And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys next time. Take care of yourself. Peace out.
Like, he say the most ridiculous shit, but it sounds so cold when he just rapping.